Um, Sorry for my voice. I'm sick. But I've been watching other people's sketchbook tours, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I'm very proud of the sketchbook so far. I'm not done. I have a long way to go. To start off with, this sketchbook is a sketchbook I got at my uni. If you really want it, is C. White of Brighton, but it is a good sketchbook, and I like just how much pages there is and how thick the pages are. This is this first page. I put my contact details in case it ever gets lost, as well as putting sketchbook goals. There is a sketchbook goal that I did not put, which is the main one, which is creating something that I am proud of. I started in May. We are currently in November of 2023. So the sketchbook goals are to fill every page. More studies. I feel like I do need to do more studies. More color. Something that I noticed on my other sketchbooks is that it's not very colorful. Because there wasn't color, there wasn't energy. I just feel like I just never wanted to draw in it. No ripping pages out. I don't normally rip pages out. I do cover them or just leave them completely blank, which is something that I don't want to do, and drawing more full bodies. I wanted my first page to be bright and colorful, and this was what I came up with, was just an idea in my head. It's kind of like Ariete. And I have a few affirmations, which I do need to write it in pen so it doesn't smudge. Of course, I don't always refer back to it, but it's always nice to have something just nice in the front of my sketchbook. So this is my first proper page, which I also don't enjoy. I do not like this page. I didn't know what to draw, and instead of leaving it and coming back to it, I just put these and these, and it didn't make any sense. When I started the sketchbook, I came into it thinking, I need to fill it up. I need to fill up every page. If I start on a page, I have to do the other page because I can't have a blank page. You could always come back to it. There is no specific rules to a sketchbook that you have to do it in chronological order. I saw this picture on Pinterest of a guy carrying flowers, and I just loved the brightness of it. And yeah, I just drew it. Just started doing some studies of my shoes that was on the floor, and I took some out and I just decided to draw it. So I drew Link. My friend wanted me to draw Link. My first game was Breath of the Wild. I got it in 2018. I imagine myself being Link a lot. This was, if you noticed, me planning my page, my front. I drew myself. This was when I was going to a picnic with my classmates. But while I was there, I did a drawing on this page. You can kind of see it slightly peeking through there, the green. I was looking at these watercolor test strips. It feels so energetic to me, so I just stuck it on top of there. And yeah, I do like it despite it being very messy and looking out of place. Something I ended up doing a lot more this year was drawing my life. Drawing sketches and comics about things that happened to me. Some hand studies, and this is the watercolor painting from before. I just found this picture and I wanted to draw more landscape sort of stuff. So I watched Nimona. I loved it. I watched it so many times. I watched it with my sisters. After I watched it, I really felt inspired. Drew some expressions. I kind of just practiced and tried to draw hers with at least 6 expressions. Here I did an artist study of Amy Thompson, and I really wanted to see how she drew stuff. So this isn't my work, guys. I copied her work. I tried to see, there's some faint pencil lines, stuff like that, and I always refer back to this page when I'm trying to draw something. Sometimes I doodle on top of it. And yeah, I feel like doing this really helped. I should do more of it, more artist study, and maybe even maybe not copy it, but yeah, this is Amy Thompson. You can find her on Instagram. Some more life comics about how I can never sit up straight. I did these. One of my favorite things to draw ever is side profiles. I had just watched Arcane. I loved the style, I loved everything. I tend to have sketches which is unfinished, or lined work which I want to color but I don't. And when I have time or when I'm in one of those moods and I have art block but I really want to draw, I just color or I just line the work. And yeah, I feel like that helps because once I'm done coloring and lining, it makes me want to actually draw. So these are just random lined stuff. Again, I wanted to draw more backgrounds, more stuff like that over the garden wall. So this was actually me planning for something. I was gonna carve this on wood to put it on my wall, but I just never did. I never really liked how this ended up looking, and I thought that in a wood carving it would look very confusing again with the stuff. This drawing was when I was feeling a bit low. This is based on lyrics by Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has become an artist which I really loved this past year. I just never really listened to any of her stuff, and it wasn't until Midnight came out that Anti-Hero was so stuck in my head. And I hate that the fandom doesn't like Anti-Hero that much. I figured out that the Swifties think that Anti-Hero and Midnights is not her best album, but it's actually the album that got me into loving her music. Here I was writing my essay on Full Metal Alchemist. I was writing my essay and I was going a bit insane. I kept reading the same thing again and again and tweaking it ever so slightly, and I was like, I need a break. So I drew my insanity and all the books in my bed and my laptop. I did the same but in school, in uni. I watched a One Piece live action, and I had never watched a One Piece anime, and I just fell in love with it, and I ended up like watching so many like clips on the anime and like seeing the fandom part of it and seeing the characters from the anime. I especially love Luffy as an character. I genuinely feel like he is one of the funniest characters I have seen in an anime. I did a Barbie live drawing. It was a free one with Zeet Studios, I think. I'm not very proud of this page, but these were the longer poses, but they all look like this. And it's like I said before, whenever I'm bored or I have art block, I normally just line these and color them. I had just finished rereading Full Metal Alchemist. I could talk about Full Metal for a long time. So let's go to the next page, which is also Full Metal, which again, I didn't line it, but I normally do. I went to a museum. I did take a lot of pictures, so I'm planning on filling this page out whenever. I did these ones at the museum too, and it's just quick, and it's quite imperfect compared to a lot of the other stuff in my book, but I really do like the charm of this. Here I did some studies, some silhouettes, and then I did it again. And then I did it one more time. So this is my blue period page. When I was drawing this, especially, I tried to use as much like art supplies that I had as possible. So there's ink, colored pencils, watercolors, pens, even a bit of charcoal. And yeah, I just felt so inspired doing that, and I really love doing that. And then this is the last one, and it's my OC, which I'm still trying to really get done well. And that's it. The rest is blank. That's my sketchbook tour. Hopefully when I'm done with it, I can do this again, but with the other half, and even show the finished blank pages and stuff, and hopefully I can finish this quickly. Thank you for watching. If you did, if you want to see my other work, please go to Instagram or TikTok where I post more. And yeah, thank you.